Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Prison Break. Last time on Prison Break, we finished off, for real this time, the whole show with Prison Break, The Final Break, the movie, which basically picked up on a couple things left open in Season 4, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it kind of did, I guess. Basically, before the time jump at the end of Season 4, there was a new adventure where Sarah was arrested for killing Christina, and Michael had to break her out of prison, but eventually it basically cost him his own life. Yeah, so he had to sacrifice himself to make sure that Sarah got out of there. So now we know the definitive way of how he died. Yeah. Well, at the time he did die. At the time that they wrote that, he did absolutely die, and that was it. And then they came back, which is interesting. They came back for a revival series. What was it, 7 years later or so? Yeah, this, according on here, it says 2017, so yeah. They're back. Prison Break is back, and I have no idea what's in store for us, honestly. This is going to be interesting, I think. But I don't know. I've heard varying opinions on season 5, but I'm excited. I'll probably still enjoy it either way. So yeah, I guess that's it. Kind of an awkward intro, isn't it? But oh well. But it is the first episode of the season, and because of that, I do offer the full-length reaction available for free. So if you want to watch my full, unedited reaction to this episode of Prison Break, all you have to do is head down in the description or into the pinned comment. There will be a link there. That'll take you over to my Patreon page, but once again, do remember that this is completely free, and all you gotta do is sync up your copy of this episode of Prison Break to my footage. I've made it as easy as possible. I don't have the whole episode playing through on screen because I can't do that because it's absolutely wholesale illegal. So just remember that. But you can watch it on the Blu-ray or you can watch it on Amazon. Truth be told, I'm going to be watching it on Amazon because I don't trust my Blu-ray player. I don't think it's the Blu-rays themselves that are the problem. Because I remember I played one episode of Season 3 on an actual Blu-ray player, and it worked just fine. So I don't think it's the Blu-rays. I think it's the software I'm using on my computer. But it was the only software I could have used at the time, so oh well. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that. If you want to do that, you can. If you want to watch the edited version of this reaction, then just stick around 5-10 seconds. It'll start up right here on this YouTube video. And after both of those, whichever version you decide to watch, I do highly encourage you to stick around after the reaction for the discussion. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into Season 5, Episode 1 of Prison Break. Here we go.
I died 7 years ago.
Oh!
Left behind a brother.
Oh man, they're all older now.
Was the man who died who you thought he was?
It was a fake body?
The dead talk. If you listened.
Fox River. Well, that is the shot of Fox River. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Teabag.
Tight as scales on a snake.
Must have friends in high places, Bagwell. A cesspool like you gets his walking papers, I'll never know.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
And one last piece of correspondence. Something really wrong with the world when I'm receiving dozens of letters a week for guys like you.
Nothing compared to the emails.
What is it with you killers that put the satin on women's panties anyhow?
Oh, for God's sake. Is it Teabag's walking free?
Lack a day.
Oh no. Chicago. Oh no, why is Lincoln running immediately? We just started.
We made it out of the neighborhood. And look at you now. Back to your roots, where you've always been. A small-time crook who can't pay his debts.
Aw, man.
Find you, you know.
Some things never change, I
Open
guess.
you up.
What angle could I possibly have in coming here and telling you that it looks like your brother might just be alive?
Oh no. Ooh. Ooh, an updated version of the theme. Oh. You know the sad thing, though? No William Fichtner. Aww. Well, I'm gonna be sad about that for a week.
I knew you'd be the same obstinate son of a biatch you always been. But I hope you've seen the light, but you are what you is and you is what you are.
You know, despite them, obviously they are older.
Fate has got us joined at the hips now.
They have not skipped a beat, especially Teabag. He just jumped right back in.
I didn't think I was ever gonna see you again. You didn't come to the wedding. I mean, I figured I get it. He hates me for marrying someone other than his brother.
Oh, you got remarried?
Lincoln Burrows.
Jacob.
I haven't seen you in what, 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Uncle Lincoln!
Hey,
I mean,
buddy.
that totally looks like a guy who will be killed at some point.
He doesn't just mythologize you, he mythologizes Michael too. It's like someone thinking he was born to a god. A god he's never met. And
I
isn't here.
feel like that kid should be older by now, but I don't know. I guess it might only be 3 years later from the end of season 4.
What the hell? Prosthetic research.
I think you got him curious.
Smart girl, you sir.
Man,
She's right.
does he also still have the same degrading hand? Oh. There's something hidden in the light.
Ogygia.
Ogygia. Alright.
Tell me where
A prison? In Yemen? Oh, he has to dig up the body, see if it's real.
Using the brain to manipulate prosthesis as it were a natural limb. But as with any cutting-edge work, funding is not easy to find. And yet, incredibly, I got the grant in the form of a considerable.
Oh, they're gonna give him
anonymous grant
a
on
real
one condition.
hand.
The first recipient of my procedure is you.
They knew immediately they couldn't keep up that prosthetic hand, so they want to give him a real thing. Why would Michael help get him out, though? Weirdly enough, this is not the first body that's been dug up in Prison Break. Ugh! Ugh! I mean, this is a freaking spooky thing. The good news would be if your brother was there. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! His car got hacked. This is why you don't buy new cars, folks. Wow! Damn, man, I slightly missed him jumping out of the window, but I caught enough of that. Jeez, man. I mean, this can't be company, can it? And the general's dead by now. Well, we thought Michael was dead too. I guess anything could happen.
Hello?
I dug up Michael's grave. He's not in it.
What?
That's a lot to take in.
Kill me.
What color was the pickup?
Black.
Black.
Oh no.
Why? Sarah.
Jacob.
Yeah?
Oh no, Jacob's gonna die.
On the brick wall, there's a hole and there's a gun in it. I need you to get it. I have an armed intruder in the house. I need you to send people right away. I don't have time. Please come.
Man, at least say your address real quick.
What's going on, Sarah?
I'm glad that she's prepared with a gun. Wait a minute, I've seen this woman on Torchwood. Oh. Oh, well, he could survive. Well, there goes your gun. I've absolutely seen this woman on Torchwood, and she was a bitch there, and she's a bitch now. Man, that's gotta suck to be typecast like that.
Okay, listen to me. If anyone comes through that door, you don't move, okay? I will put this through them and you will not be harmed. Understand? Good boy.
Mama's Someone's gonna murder someone. Don't you worry. Stop by the fuzz. He was shot in the leg. He's probably gonna be fine.
Go get every towel you can find right now.
And she's also a doctor, so...
Got an artery. What's going on?
We've awoken something.
Ugh.
Something people are trying to hide about Michael.
Your brother's dead, Lincoln.
Where is he dead? Where's the body?
Then why did he leave? If he's been out there for all of these years, what, did he abandon his own son?
I mean...
You know I'm right.
What if he didn't have a choice? What if he's finally been able to break through?
I'll do it. I'll go to Yemen.
You don't know a damn thing about Yemen.
Nah.
I'll find someone who does. I envy you.
Oh.
Changed your life around.
Man gets tired of living a profligate life. So I took up jihad. Real jihad, not that madness that you see on the news.
Okay. Well, I mean...
War within.
I mean... More power to you. I just was not expecting that.
But Ogygia? I mean, that's for heavy hitters, political prisoners. In Yemen, it doesn't come any worse. And do you know what it would take to stage a death?
It's the Sona of Yemen.
Not to mention keeping a man who's not dead under the radar for 7 years.
Not to mention keeping a duck under the radar for 7 years.
Here's his DMV photo. And here's a photo from his old workplace website.
It's not him.
Yeah, they've completely
No,
changed
no.
who Michael is.
Someone's erasing him from history.
This is so weird, but an interesting idea for a revival series.
I'm telling you, Michael's caught in the middle of something big.
What if he's not caught in the middle?
What are you saying?
Michael has never been anyone's sucker. He's always been in control. Always.
What if he is the middle?
You'll forgive me if I have a problem lying unconscious before a man with sharp items at his disposal.
It cannot be done without a general anesthetic.
Oh, I've done it before, Frank.
Nah.
But it got you.
That's true. Oh, it's Michael's jacket. Damn it, why was the door left open? Oh!
What the hell was that for?
Sucre! What the hell are you doing
Dude,
here?
knock next time.
Not great work, but hey, I'm an ex-cop, right?
Tramp?
Yeah, I've been riding her for a while.
What are you, a pimp?
What? No. A tramp is a freelance cargo ship. We
Meh.
go to Hong Kong, Spain, Buenos Aires.
okay.
Basically wherever the boss tells us. Corrupt son of a bitch. Hold on. You're not saying he gets to go. He's not any brother than I am.
Ah, but synthetic kalam Arabi. Huh?
No.
I managed to pick up a little Arabic while I was serving in Iraq.
Oh, okay.
You better find him. You better call me when you do.
I will.
Well, maybe in a couple episodes he'll come back.
You really got contacts?
Contacts with contacts.
I like some of that.
Could just follow him into the bathroom.
He's playing C-Note just a little bit differently. And I like when he slips back into the older C-Note.
This way, gentlemen, follow me.
Oh no. Alright, time to fight. They're gonna ruin that jacket.
Man المشاكل.
Ooh. Well, C-Note still knows how to fight. That's the good thing. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Good shot.
Greetings from the U.S. prison system, bitches.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Oh, man. Now just put a glove on it and the actor will never have to deal with that
You've been made
whole
whole.
thing again.
You're free to go.
Just like that. You don't want to, like, test it? Like, be sure that it works?
After you tell me what you've put in me.
I got a single word. That's it. Just my benefactors ID themselves by a single word. Alice. I looked it up. It's Greek for nobody. That's who your benefactor is, Mr. Bagwell.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh. Why would Michael do that though?
Straight trade. Visit for your passport. U.S. passport is like gold here. A few changes and it can be a ticket to freedom.
Oh.
Don't do it, Link.
I mean, because then how would he get out?
You cannot get out of the country without a passport. Don't do it.
Inshallah, you will see your brother soon.
To trade for Michael, he would do that.
Walk out of it.
Now, it's honestly not even, like, breaking out of prison. I feel like it's breaking out of Yemen. Wow, we've somehow found a place worse than Sona.
Can you allow this?
Yes. Daniel Aldis. Is he here?
Okay.
I know.
A different name.
Daniel Aldis is a big-time terrorist. They got him in here for murder. He's been working with ISIL, trying to take down the government.
Come on, see. You know that's not my call.
Huh.
Whoever he is, we're about to meet him.
Oh boy.
What was my father like?
Oh yeah, Sarah.
Michael Schofield.
Well, you might have something in common with him if you ever turn 30.
And he would show up in your life out of the clear blue sky.
Oh.
And then he would disappear. Just as quickly.
But storms, they can come back, can't they?
Is it the same storm?
Nah.
Or something changed?
Ugh. He's the oncoming storm.
My name isn't Michael. And I don't know who you are. Sorry.
Yaharis, Rajani Lasensina.
Mike.
It's gonna be one of those kind of stories, eh?
Michael, talk to me. Why? Michael.
Mike, what are you doing, damn it?
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's it. Ooh. I love the new variant of the theme. Alrighty, season 5, episode 1. Well, that was really interesting, you know? Which, I mean, I don't know. It's... Oh, excuse me. It's such a strange thing, you know? Having this sort of revival series, like... And I know other shows have done that. I'm trying to think, like... Well, honestly, it also reminds me of, like... some cartoons, you know, where, you know, you'll have a cartoon and then you'll have a follow-up cartoon that's, you know, a couple of years later, you know? And so it's kind of reminding me of that a little bit. But yeah, you know, it's... Or in the case of something like, you know, Young Justice or something, they'll just skip straight into the next season, you know? But yeah, but this was interesting. This was definitely interesting. I like that it's... I mean, it's... Because it is like, alright, you know, prison break. You have to have a prison that they break out of, you know? There has to be some sort of prison that they break out of. And I'm sure there could be some that think, okay, here's that old recycled plotline again. The plotline that was reused in season 3. It was reused in the movie that we just watched. Or, you know, we just watched. For them, it was, 7 years ago at that point. But this, I don't know. I'm okay with it. I like the twist on it, you know? Because there was also a twist on breaking out of Sona. They always change it just enough, you know? So the twist on Sona was, well, we have to break out Whistler, you know? Now, yes, that is very similar to breaking out Lincoln, but also you have Lincoln on the outside, you have Sophia, you know, we're dealing with Gretchen the whole time, and throughout that, I think it differed enough, you know, and Sona was such a different place from Fox River that it worked. It definitely worked. But yeah, this, again, like, kind of like I said, it's like, oh, you know, now we have to break out of a prison in Yemen, but now that Link has forfeited his passport, I almost feel like we have to break out of Yemen, you know? The entirety of Yemen. You think Chandler Bing is here? I don't know. He's going to Yemen. I don't know, I just thought of that randomly. But yeah, like, I almost feel like that could be more of the story. Now, the problem is, I don't know how far we're going with this, you know? I have no idea how far we're going with this story, because this is it. This is it. They have not, you know, this was 2017. It's been 5 years since they made this season, and I don't know if they're going to continue, or the other thing though is I don't know if this season is its own self-contained story. It could be. It definitely could be. And if it is its own self-contained story, and in these 9 episodes, not only do we break out of prison, but we also break out of Yemen and eventually get back to the States. If that is all in these 9 episodes, then that could be okay, you know? Maybe it'll be, you know, sort of left open-ended to where, well, that, you know, they could come back, but if they don't come back, well, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm hoping that this is a self-contained story in this season. But I don't know. But it is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, the dead speak. Very Rise of Skywalker. The dead speak, but yeah, it's a bit better. It's a bit more interesting than the Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, so the dead speak. Michael, as far as we can tell, Michael has sent these clues that he's alive back to the States. Somehow, he has this power. He has enough power to get Teabag out of prison, which, I mean, at the very least, like, you know, from that last scene where we see him, it definitely seems like, okay, something big is happening, you know? This may be the first time it's not company, you know? It could just be something, you know? It could just be something else, but through all of this, like, it has to be something that big that it's like, that Michael has to think, I have to get Teabag out of jail, you know? So Teabag's out of jail, and now he has a new movable prosthetic hand, because after you know, 3 full seasons of him just with that thing, they bring everything back and they're like, we cannot have this again. We clearly cannot have this again. So I can accept that. That is clearly a right around, so they don't have to do it. I expect we're not going to see the actual mechanical hand, but I imagine he's going to have a glove on through the rest of this season. So, you know, it's as easy as just putting a glove on the actor's hand, you know? And that's okay. I'm totally fine with that, with them going that route. And yeah, it's probably, you know, way better for the actor as well, you know? But I will say, I mean, credit to pretty much all of them. They have not missed a beat, you know? None of them have really missed a beat. None of them have missed a beat. The only thing I will say, and I don't think this is down to the acting. I think this is down to the writing of C-Note. Because C-Note is just very different, you know? He just is very different. He's like, that's not where I was expecting him to be. It's like, you know, he's a convert. He's, you know, he's into the, you know, the real jihad, not the stuff you see on TV, like he said. And, you know, he's got, you know, he's got glasses and he's got the, you know, hat, for lack of a better word. I don't know if they call it that or not, but yeah, it's like, I was not expecting this, and him being like, you know, oh, we need to do this for the light of God and stuff. And it's like, okay, interesting idea. But there were definitely moments where the I guess the original C-Note was shining through, and that was good. That I liked, you know, that I liked. So, and if C-Note's gonna be like, you know, Lincoln's pretty much right-hand guy, you know, that's going to be very interesting. I like that, you know? So yeah, of all of them, C-Note is the one who is the most different from where we left them in season 4, you know? Now, I did notice... Now, see, the whole thing with Sucre, too, that it's like, oh, you know, you're not going to show up unless I need you. Well, now, he's found Michael, so now I imagine Sucre is going to be joining in. And in terms of, I will go ahead and admit that, yes, you know, I watched the credits, and I did see some of the actors that are going to be in this, and pretty much everyone in the credits we saw in this episode, with one exception being Paul Adelstein, who plays Paul Kellerman, so... I can only assume Kellerman's coming back at some point. Unfortunately, I have to say, unfortunately, William Fichtner is not in the credits. I hope he gets a cameo somewhere. I hope he at least has a cameo. Yeah, I could even see him coming in for a cameo in the same way that C-Note came in at the end of season 4, you know? I would like that. I would really like that, because it'd be nice to see where Mahone is, you know, all this time later. Which it's also interesting that the jump in time is not as severe as I almost would have thought, you know? Because it's basically, at the end of season 4, you have the time jump of the 4 years later, but now this can only be 3 more years after that, you know? This is only 3 more years after that, so in terms of timing, this is 7 years after... you know, the movie, or, you know, where we left off, where, you know, they defeated the general and everything and got Scylla to Kellerman, you know? So that's it. Just in the middle of this is that scene at the end of the season 4 finale. So yeah. So that's interesting. Now, I will say, I don't know. It's an interesting choice that, you know, Lincoln ended up falling back into his old ways and stuff. I kind of get it for the sake of the story, but at the same time, it's like, well, I kind of like him to just be, you know, fine. You know, where's Sophia? Where's LJ? Are they still in Panama? I don't know. But yeah. But Sarah, okay, this is the one thing where I'm like, okay. Because, like, everything else I can understand... Sarah remarrying, I don't think tracks very well. I get it. I definitely get it. And the guy seems nice enough. He didn't die, which you gotta give him credit. He actually didn't die. He survived that gunfight. But Sarah marrying again after everything we went through. But she moved on with her life, you know? She moved... It's not unrealistic. It's just kind of... maybe it's just because I'm watching this when I am, you know? The fact that I went straight from the season 4 finale to the movie where they get married to this 7 years later, you know? It's such a time jump for me because I'm watching this week to week. Whereas, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine, and I get it, and it's not unrealistic, but I don't know. It's just kind of Sarah got remarried. It's like, we put so much time into their relationship, but Michael was dead too, you know? And also, Sucre is a cargo shipper. That's interesting. I mean, I feel like, if anything, that should be how they get out of Yemen. That's your escape plan, is Sucre. There you go. Get on a ship and you get the hell out of there. We had the fake body in there, which was interesting. And I like how they say, you know, Michael is always in control, you know? Michael is always in control, so what if he's not caught in the middle of something? What if this is him, you know? And that now, lines up with the false name that he has, which was, what was it, Callan Outis? Something like that, which, you know, that's the clue to why, you know, now you know that Michael was the one that got Teabag out of prison. But according to C-Note and everything, he is a huge terrorist, and he's working with ISIL. Now, is that just a different pronunciation of ISIS, or is that their different version to be like, well, Michael's not a part of the actual, you know, thing that is happening in the world, you know, this is just our sort of stand-in, you know, in the same way that they had stand-in presidents, you know? I don't know. By the way, you know what I just thought? So did all 4 seasons of Prison, the first 4 seasons, did that all take place in 2010? Because that, I don't think it ever exceeded a year, you know? And we thought that it started in 2005, but it said that Michael died in 2010. So, I don't know. I feel like there were times where they said 2005, not 2010, you know? And they said 2010 in season 4 because, you know, that was the year that it came out. But I'm curious on the timing of that, you know? Because then that would also help with what was his name, President Mills or something, and Carolyn Reynolds, where it's like, wasn't she like the 46th president in like 2005? It's like, wait a minute, you know? So I don't know. But this could be ISIL. I don't know if that's supposed to be like, well, that's our stand-in, or if that's just, you know, who knows? Maybe that's the actual pronunciation. I don't know. I don't follow things. So, let me know. Just kind of clear that up in the comments for me, and we'll all be good next episode. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, and obviously, you know, with Michael being this huge-time terrorist, apparently, that causes some problems. And it's a problem for Sheba, too. So, yeah. But I like how they also talk about how Michael was a storm. You know, it's like, oh, storms come back, and it's like, yeah, but is it the same storm, or has something changed? And that was a really that was a good. I like that. I like how they put that, because yeah, Michael, who now has new tattoos, but something is definitely different. Obviously, he's denying being Michael. Now, I will say, you know, he walks away, and just that look on his face, it's like, okay, clearly he has to be doing something, and he has to be pushing Lincoln away, which is interesting considering Michael sent for, you know, Teabag, who would go and tell this to Lincoln, you know? So clearly this is a part of some sort of plan that Michael has, you know? But we'll have to see. We will have to see. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Honestly, like, I like that they're taking this in a... Even though it is very similar, it's like, oh, well, we gotta break out of the prison, but it's such a different location and everything, and it's such a different, you know, set of circumstances, and Michael being this other person, which is really interesting. So yeah, honestly, this was a really strong, interesting start, and I'm very curious to see where we're going. Of course, Will this entire story be wrapped up in this season? I really hope so. I hope it doesn't like leave us on too big of a cliffhanger or anything, because I just want this to be, you know, sort of wrapped up in this, you know? Just give it a satisfying, even if they sort of leave it open-ended to where they could have come back for another season, I hope just everything that they've set up here is resolved enough to where this is a complete season, you know? Hopefully. We'll have to see. But yeah, that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Prison Break reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.